him. It is time people start to realize just how powerful they are. When you, the 99%, get together, when you get organized in groups of active warriors, there is nothing that can stop you. No corrupt hospital can stand the pressure of thousands of people calling them, letting them know they are being monitored, that the world knows about their hideous crimes against humanity. Do you really think those doctors will sleep at night from that moment on? Do you really think they will remain true to their holy protocols? We don't think so. So, what can you do when your loved one is hospitalized for whatever reason? First and foremost, refuse to talk to interns, residents, or anyone who doesn't know everything there is to know. Then tell the doctors you know about the false positives. Refuse a nose swab at all times. If it truly cannot be avoided, demand a cotton swab, not a fiber swab. Demand the swab to be performed in the mouth, not deep inside the nose. Then demand no more PCR cycles than 20. Demand it in writing. Your loved one will be tested negative. If the doctors claim the outcome was positive, demand to see the documents. Then, if there's surgery involved, your loved one might be put on a ventilator, which is normal. But when the surgery is over, demand face up. Being on a vent face down damages the lungs. Then, check the IV non-stop and take pictures of whatever is being administered. Do not allow remdesivir, midazolam, and/or Regencov. Morphine should be sufficient to ease the pain. If instead they administer fentanyl or even sufentanil, ask the doctors why. Why on earth administer a painkiller 80 to 500 times as powerful as morphine? Demand they remove it from the IV. What helps is when you know your medical jargon. Therefore, watch our episodes about money and murder in hospitals several times and take notes. If the doctor asks you for permission to administer Regencov and you say no, just no, that will trigger a discussion. But if instead you say, no, why on earth would you apply post-exposure prophylaxis therapy? That will shut the doctors up, we promise you. You might even add, are you aware of the fact that Regencov is an experimental drug? Do you even know you are not to administer it when a patient is already in the hospital? What is going on here? From that moment on, those doctors will be extra careful. We guarantee it. If the doctors still dare try and overrule you, tell them bluntly you know about the COVID incentives they receive. Tell them you are watching them, and so is the world, via social media. Be strong, be vigilant, be a warrior. Remind them of their oath of Hippocrates to save lives, not cause harm. If they refuse to listen, film everything and use every social media outlet you know to get as many other warriors out there to call that hospital, that doctor, that nurse. Let them know they will never beat the 99%. You see, if everyone did this, not just for those he loves, but also for strangers in need, there would be no problem. There would be no money and murder capstone in hospitals. Therefore, act. Do organised protests help? We have our doubts. If that really worked, don't you think the French yellow vests, the most resilient of them all, would have been able to get rid of Macron? Don't you think Occupy would have worked? The problem with these mass events is that they are always infiltrated by the cabal. Always.